Hey Capricorn, welcome to Dark Eve Tarot. I am Eve, and today we're going to get you a deep dark water shadow reading. So we're going to take a look at some kind of shadow aspect of yours that you're not seeing or you're not acknowledging. And we're just going to take a look at different components, see how we can help you out. All right. So we have the shadow aspect and what's blocking you from getting to it or seeing it, how it manifests in your life, how you can use the energy of it, and what your next step is if you choose to integrate. And then we'll get an oracle card for you too at the end. All right, so what is this shadow? It's the Six of Cups. All right, so it's definitely something from your past here with the Six of Cups showing up, and I don't know, just the way this figure is turning. It's like he's got his cups here and he's tipping them all over. It's like saying like worthless, terrible, like all those kind of emotions. He's like, this sucks, that sucks, that sucks. You know what I mean? It's like it just kind of screams of negativity here. So there's a there's a certain negative part of yourself that kind of like poo-poos on things, and you're not quite seeing it. It's hidden from you. It kind of feels like creating trouble for yourself to prove that everything sucks. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's the shadow aspect. So what's actually blocking you from seeing this part of you? What is this? Temperance. This is a weird temperance card. Check this out. It's a weird temperance card. There's something primal. Man, there's something primal about it, but it's almost like the primal part is like something that feels ingrained. It's like this is ingrained in you. It's almost like you've been doing this since you were a kid. You've been doing this a very, very long time, Capricorn. And it's like you notice that it's like there's three heads, three versions of this head on this, I don't know, ape, monkey, whatever it is. And it's like each one he's inspecting the cup. He's listening, he's tasting, and he's looking. It's like hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That's what's keeping you from noticing this. It's kind of like putting on rose-colored glasses so you don't see the the grossness of something as for what it really is, or you're not. It's very weird to wrap my head around. But whatever this is, it's like you're so wrapped up in inspecting things and like giving yourself the impression that you're trying to figure it out by like, oh, I'm listening, I'm tasting, I'm seeing, I'm doing all these things. But in reality, you're just tipping over the cups. You're not inspecting. You're not inspecting this, you're actually tipping them over. It's weird. But you know what? There's something like you can totally benefit just by integrating this part of you, because it's going to feel, I can tell right away that if you can integrate this, there's going to be a huge lift. Like you're going to feel lighter. Like the whole it's like it's going to relieve a density in your life. I can tell that right away. And also, like, this, whatever this is, it's very fixed. It's fixed. It's ingrained within you. It's something that it's some kind of defense mechanism that you've had ever since you were little. And you've just grown accustomed to it, right? It's like it's like you don't even have to think about it. It's just a part of you that happens, but you're not really aware that it is blocking you from dealing with whatever this, negativity is that wants to come out of you. It's like, I don't know. It's very confusing. Especially, like, I could see how confusing this would be if you're not aware of it. Cause you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like you're crazy or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay, so how does this actually manifest in your life? The Two of Cups. Oh man. Okay, so the biggest effect that this shadow aspect has in your life, Capricorn, is relationships. So, man. Okay, this kind of sucks. So, Two of Cups, it's relationships. You see a couple here on this card, and you see one member of this couple is taking these cups and has kind of like this evil little smirk on their face, and they're pouring this negative poison on the other person. It's like they could be having, like, a pretty erotic romp in the hay or whatever, or having a good time. They got the candles. Looks kind of, exciting, right? But yet one person in this relationship is already trying to poison it. It's almost like whatever this shadow aspect is of yours, it either, and someone else had this too. I don't remember which sign it was, where it's kind of like either you're attracting a partner that helps you poison the relationship, or you attract a partner and you just start poisoning it right away, like shooting yourself in the foot. It's like you doom it before it even has a chance to get real good. You know what I mean? It's like it's a form of sabotage. It's a form of self-sabotage. So I want to say it's self-sabotage, Capricorn. Because here it's like this shadow aspect, that's you blaming others, blaming all these other cups for the mess when you're the one tipping them over. It's coming from you. And you could be the female, you could be the male, doesn't fucking matter. Alright, so okay, so let's say you can acknowledge this. You can finally see this for what it is within you. Now you don't like it. You don't really want to admit it's there, but let's say you do that, okay? Let's say you just take a look and you can use that energy, because shadow energy, it comes from you. It's a part of you. And it's either going to be used for your detriment or for your benefit. So let's see how you can use that energy for your benefit. Oh shit, what's this? Nine of Wands? Oh my gosh, this is really cool. So you've got this figure here, and they're naked, right? They're naked. So that says one thing right here, and that's allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Because here, this is a defense mechanism. It's a protective measure that you use, that you've always used, so that you don't get hurt. It's like, well, if I poison the relationship, then I won't get hurt because I'm the one ending it, or you know what I mean? So it's like allowing yourself to be vulnerable bits and all, right? Allowing yourself to be vulnerable, but still standing in your power. It's like, look, this figure is standing on what looks like two dragons. And dragon energy is so powerful, but it's also very healing and very helpful. It's like standing in your power, not being afraid to be vulnerable, not being afraid to let yourself be vulnerable, but being smart about it. Not just like turning into a wimp or something, but being smart about it. It's like allowing yourself to be wrong too. You know, it's like nobody's right all the time. It's the also the ability to say no. You can say no to stuff. You don't have to sabotage it. You could just say no. You know? All right, so let's look at what's your next step? So if you choose to integrate this so that you can use this energy for your benefit, your first step here is the 9 of Swords, which does not look like a typical 9 of Swords. It's weird. It almost looks celebratory. Check it out. It's like this dude, and he's blowing all these horns, and there's looks like confetti. Like the birds here almost look like confetti, and it's weird. So your next step, you know what? You know what this is, Capricorn? This is actually patting yourself on the back and giving yourself credit for the times that you haven't done this. You know what I mean? Like, think about, because like this is something that is very, very ingrained, right? We talked about how this is ingrained. You've been doing this since you were a kid, but you don't do it 100% of the time. So you're being asked as your first step to think about the times in your life when you didn't sabotage something, because there's a key there. There's a clue for how you can like slowly overcome, integrate, do that. There's a clue in there for you. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh, and what's really cool, look, so you know how we said this is all like ingrained in you, like a habit, and it has this Taurus sign, which is very fixed, right? What's really cool is your next step, finding ways to celebrate your successes. There's also a Taurus sign here, which means this is a new habit you can develop. It's like you can replace this habit with this habit, which is cool. So we're just going to get you a dark mirror card just to see if there's anything else that needs to be said. Ooh, what is this? So we have card number 16, which is black flower fragrance. And I feel like we need to read the book. Read the book. I haven't read this book in a long time. Oh, yeah, this card might as well be right here about your shadow. Okay. So, the black flower fragrance, it says, the world is unfair. Fuck off, dear world, fuck you. So I feel like that's what this is. That's you. This black flower fragrance is you tipping over all these cups. It's you using that negative energy to your detriment. Okay. So it says here, love is not a white dove, nor it turns people into angels. Love can be ugly. Love can be cheap. Love can be rotten. But even ugly love has a right to exist. Even cheap love can raise to the sky. Even rotten love has the dignity of eternity. Even a black rose by any other name should still smell as sweet. Even if you are wrong, you still have the right to be angry. That is so true. It's like you're it's like you're not being asked to not be pissed off about things when they don't work out. Okay, so even if you're not perfect, you have the right to be respected. Even if you're stupid, you have the right to be listened to. Even if you're lucky, you have the right to complain. Even if you're rich, you have the right to be sad. If you cannot shine because you are beautiful, then shine even if you're ugly. Shine because you are ugly. Gorgeously black, ugly as love, worn out as an angel, cheap as a crown, unconquered as a fragrance in the night. Now, what that's telling me here, Capricorn, that's talking about that celebration. Celebrate yourself. It's like if something doesn't work out, something doesn't go wrong, it doesn't matter. It's like you still need to love yourself because you're a package. Every part of you is important. The shadow aspect of you is important. So go ahead, integrate it. Integrate it and stop letting it spoil, turning things rotten that don't have to be rotten or don't have to be perceived as rotten. Very cool. All right, Capricorn, this is your message, and I will see you later.